Main trans engine. Number 1, 2 on. Number 3, 4 off. Number 5, 6, 7, 8 on.
Confirm. Run planning.
Hello, I am Vifam.
Okay, Vifam. Your number is 7. Instrument recorder on.
Permission to sortie.
Permission granted. Good luck, 507.
Wipe away all your tears.
Hello, my name is Bami Tsunami from 9 to 5, otherwise known as Bombadeli Ojo, and I'm here with fellow members, Elliot Mass, Kelly Espinoza, and Hassam. Hassam, how to pronounce your last name?
My last name is Asila.
Asila. Alright, Hassam Asila. Well, I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves. Elliot, if you could take the floor, that'd be really cool.
Sure, my name is Elliot Mess. I go by The Landslide on a bunch of websites that don't matter. And next.
Keller, you're next.
Alright, man. Hey, I'm Rico Suave. You know, that's my first name. My last name's Suave. It's good. I've been gaming since I was in diapers, man. Got that GG-ass Game Boy. The brick, you know. Nintendo proud. Go, Hassan.
Well, I'm Hassam Asila. I'm from Morocco. Also known as Alec006. I take this from GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64. And this character has been following me ever since. Yeah, I'm a very big Nintendo fan. And I'm also a fan of console gaming in general.
Excellent. And these are the members of the 9 to 5 roundtable. How we'll be running this roundtable is that we'll be posing a general question. And tonight's general question is, how do the members of 9 to 5 feel about Nintendo's current woes with the Wii U and the screaming rumors and the red scares and whatnot? And did the sound drop out of the call?
The yellow scare is what I feel.
Yellow scare. Yellow scare. I'm pretty sure, who was supposed to go next on this? Was it, I think Hassan dropped out of the call, though. Let me see. He was tired, though. I know he was tired, so.
Or his internet.
Well, we'll wait till Hassan joins us. Elliot, you could take the floor if you want.
Sure. With the Wii U, I didn't mention this, I'm also a pretty big Nintendo fan. The Wii is the first Nintendo console I actually don't own, aside from handhelds. I've had a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color and stuff like that, but I never, I guess I do have a DS, but I never got the 3DS or anything like that. I like the Wii. I like the Wii U, but something's holding me back from getting it, and I guess it might be time now, but right now I guess their stock went down. I honestly don't think it's that big a deal. I think I read it already recovered, right? Did someone else read that?
Yeah. There's a post, like, no one reported on it. Everyone's screaming, oh, Nintendo's failing, but then they bounced back and no one wrote about it.
I read it a day after. It completely recovered. I don't think it's a big deal. I think that Nintendo will always make money. There's like a bunch of rumors going around right now about that ridiculous-sounding new console they have that it sounds so cool, but it doesn't sound like it could possibly exist. And if it does, it's cool. But obviously, their biggest focus right now is on the handhelds. I just don't see. I don't think it's a big deal. I think that the Wii U doesn't appeal to everybody like the other two do. But I don't think that's a problem for them. That's all I really have to say on that. Hassam, if you want to go ahead, or I don't know if you're on the call yet. No, go ahead, Keller.
You're back, so Keller, if you can.
All right, so over the past couple of years now, every single time I go online, it's like Nintendo is doomed, Nintendo is dead. Make Nintendo into Sony, make Nintendo into Microsoft, having released the Wii U like Triple XL or whatever. With these, let's have all these third-party games, these second-party games that really don't do anything. I'm an adult, right? Thinking as you guys, I have a PC. If I want to play video games that are Nintendo related, I play on my console. I have my 3DS. I have my old Wii, and I'm coming up soon to Smash Balls. I'm getting a Wii U. Any of these games that people are complaining about that will be coming to their PS3, PS4s or Xbones, those are on PC, and they're better. You saw Revengeance. It came out earlier this year. It must have been February. It came out on PC last month, running at 60 frames per second at 1080p, game looks gorgeous. You plug in any gamepad on it. You plug in your PS3 controller, your Xbox controller, whatever you want. Whatever you want. I think the Xbox controller is better, but that's another point. Whatever you plug it in, it runs perfectly smooth. Everything, there's no lag and everything, and it's the definitive version. If you want the year edition, the Game of the Year edition, it's the PC one. So I don't know what they're complaining about. I like games. I like playing, games based on gameplay. That's the 3DS right there. The year 2013 was the 3DS's strongest year, and it was probably the strongest year of gaming I've ever seen for a portable console. I see no reason why Nintendo would ever, fall down, or would have to put under games on iOS or PS3 or whatever the hell these kids want. It's Nintendo, man. It's the granddaddy. You know how it is. 100 years old. Another 100 years in the future. It's good. And that's how I feel. Let's go, Bammy. See what you got.
Assam's going next since you just came back to the call. So you go ahead, Assam. I'll go after you.
Yeah, I'm sorry for this little technical issues I am experiencing here. Yeah, just to what Keller said, I mean, is spot on. I mean, when people complain about graphics on console, and in the end, it's all the best graphics you can ever get is on PC anyways. He's right on that one. But to me, you see, the issue with Nintendo is that they missed that big jump between the 2D and the 3D that was characterized in the N64 era. If you remember well, I've been thinking about this these days. The big jump that was between the Super Nintendo era and the N64 era, in terms of graphics, in terms of how games are developed, you won't get another chance like that now. Today, all games are in 3D, and they're all the same, actually, how to develop them. It's like how, for example, for the SNES and Sega era, all games were 2D, and they were all the same. But the N64 era brought a difference. Now, there's no equivalent evolution now like that one that will make a console come back to the market again, or a console kick every other console ass. I see now the market is completely locked as it is. Sony and Xbox have been talking directly to what they call the hardcore gamers, but actually they are just young adults who have young adults types of games that don't care really about the franchise history and don't have really a fan culture. Now, Nintendo, yeah, what?
Well, I mean, you mentioned the switch to 3D, which was in the PS1 Nintendo 64 era, right? That's what you were focusing on, that whole switch to 3D. Like, was there a better 3D action game available in that era than Mario 64, or than Legend of Zelda afterwards?
In the
you
era
want to take me, Elliot?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, in the N64, yeah. Well, there was many good franchises on the N64. I remember. I'm talking not only on first party. I don't know if you consider Rare as a first party, but I consider them as close to Nintendo, but not as much as a first party. They had like good games, Conquer Bad Fur Day, GoldenEye, games that are unforgettable.
What I think the case is...
Hold on, Nick Dogs. I got something to say about this, because this is getting out of hand. I love the conversation, love the rapport between you two, but here's the thing, though, because as an owner of all three current next generation consoles,
that style.
I believe I'm doing my best Jeff Goldblum impression right now. I believe that I have some significant say in this, because I mean, I've only had my PS4 and Xbox One for the past 2 months, and I've already used them more than I've used my Wii U. Now, I'm not saying that Wii U is bad, and I've been a long-time Nintendo fan since the Super Nintendo. I started playing on the Super Nintendo in 1990. I've been there for Nintendo. I was strictly Nintendo until I got my first PS2. And I'm telling you, it's tough being a Wii U owner and finding reasons to pick up my Wii U. That's the thing. That's my issue. even though the Wii U technically has more games than my other current newest systems, I've been using them more because I found more enjoyment out of them. Just the other night, you see how we're having this podcast. I was running a stream where I was answering questions from people from around the world. I had like 30 viewers sitting there asking about my favorite Super Nintendo games, which is ironic that I was sitting on a Sony system talking about Super Nintendo. And I thought that was a lot of fun. The other day, well, a month ago, I put up a clip from Killer Instinct from my Xbox One, which I edited on my computer from the SkyDrive and put it up on YouTube. Those are nice little things that I would like to see Nintendo like try and dabble into. Yes, Nintendo has great first-party games. I love it. They're amazing. But it's 2014. That shit doesn't fly anymore. It's not enough. It may work for your handheld, yes. The 3DS is doing amazingly well. But obviously, they did a poor job of marketing the Wii U. They didn't back it up with enough program support, and now there's even rumors that the Watchdog that we're all supposed to get on all current consoles is being canceled on the Wii U. I mean, it's just out of control. And I wish they did a little bit more to strengthen and bolster the Wii U support, because right now it's looking kind of weak. And I'm really rooting for it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I really just have to shrug. So who's next? I'm sorry, I totally missed this.
Well, I'm next, but I actually want to hand off to Hassan because I have a feeling he was getting to where he was going.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I wanted to start with a little bit of history because you cannot understand what's going on now if you don't understand what happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but if we want to talk about how things evolve into what they are now, today the problem is that Nintendo didn't listen to what technology is driving people to. In the past, like 3 or 4 years, how everything changed into cloud gaming and how to stream gaming, it was a little bit predictable. How web, just if you look at web games, like games based on the web, on navigation, you see that sharing on the social network was already there, and Nintendo, I mean, they underestimated the impact that can be on the players if that is brought on the console. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, yeah, but now how for Nintendo to introduce that, it's too late. That's what I wanted to say coming back to the past, because there's no more chance now to introduce that in a new console with a big evolution. I mean, it's too late. That's what I'm.
But you know, I don't think that Nintendo is the only one who's kind of lost their way. As someone, I mean, Kelly, you said it earlier. You said, you know, if you want to play the best games, I mean, multi-platforms in the best form that they're in, you play them on PC, and you're absolutely right, because I used to be a PC gamer too, especially for FPS, RTS, stuff like that. But the convenience of console, why I ended up switching to console is mainly because of things like split screen, which obviously you can LAN with computers, but it's not economical to LAN with one family. So games like Halo and things like that, I can have 4 people over to my house and jump online. And now split screen is essentially gone from 90% of games that are coming out. It's highly frustrating to me. I don't really know about Nintendo having, do they still have a lot of split screen or multiplayer games on their Wii U? But also, in addition to the other part of the Nintendo conversation, there was a news story that came out a little while ago where a developer, I think it might have been disproven, I'm not sure, a developer kind of said that it was difficult to program or design for the Wii U. I don't know if he was overruled or proven wrong, but
yeah,
there's been a lot of arguments on both sides, where some people seem to agree with him and some people really disagree with him. I remember people saying that it was really tough to program for the PS3, and that was definitely true, because 90% of games that came out for PS3 and 360, they always went for the 360 one because it was easier and made it look better in the long run. It wasn't until the last 2 years where games looked better on the PS3 definitively